Starting lineups are brought to you tonight by Dodge. And Robert Ory had to jump center for Houston tonight. He is playing the 4 spot. He'll be on Mashburn. McLeod is in the game. Lucius Harris has a right ankle injury, and he will not play tonight for Dallas. So both teams suffering a little bit. And look at Chilcutt go to the board. I'll tell you, Pete had his best game in his career against Denver Sunday afternoon. He had 25 points, 8 rebounds. Chucky Brown back outside. Robert Ory will fire up a 3. Now, when you've been off a long time, that's what suffers, is that shooting, doesn't it?
Sure. It sure does, because of the timing factor.
There's a strip on McLeod. Drexler gets it out to Kenny Smith. And Jason Kidd picks him up. Chucky Brown back outside to Kenny now. They'll set up the offense. So both teams missing some key players here tonight. Jimmy Jackson also out, although he's due back pretty soon for Dallas.
Now, you know, when you talk about rebounding, you talk about who's who in the NBA, you got to talk about Popeye Jones around the boards.
Yep. And Mashburn anywhere on the court as he gets his first basket. Dallas has 2 of the top 6 scorers in the NBA. Jackson, number 5, Mashburn, number 6, averaging over 24 a game. Chucky Brown with a basket, and he's fouled.
Who threw that pass? Was that Clyde Drexler again?
Yes, sir.
With the defense only allowing a couple of inches to get the ball through. Now let's take a look. He received the ball in the post position, looked over his shoulder. Chucky Brown just kind of labors through, and bang, there's the ball.
Clyde averaging almost 6 assists a game now, over 30 points a game, and 8 rebounds a game since Hakeem Olajuwon went down with the injury. So where would the Rockets be without Clyde Drexler? I would hate to even think about it.
Well, people are telling me that I'm starting to sound like an agent for Clyde. Well, I tell you what, I didn't realize how great he still is. And yes, I'm excited about his play.
3 seconds is called on Dallas. Kenny off to a good start distributing the ball. Oh, there's another great pass. John Tabak, however, traveled with it before he was able to get the shot off. Handling the ball in traffic is the biggest problem I see for Zahn. That's something that only playing time will give you, and he doesn't get a lot of that. McLeod out on the perimeter to Mashburn. Inside to Tarpley. Little turnaround won't go, and there's another rebound by Houston. Kenny Smith back to Clyde. He'll take it out behind that 3-point line. No, he won't.
All right, now Zahn can't be afraid. He cannot be afraid to make a mistake.
Oh, Mario Ellie's not afraid.
No, I would venture to say that that was a fearless move to the basket.
Rockets now scored 11 points in a row. George McLeod from outside to break the string. 1:35 left to play in the quarter. Clyde back outside, but Tarpley standing there. Scotty to McLeod, right back to Scotty, baseline shot. Missed it. Tabak to Ellie to Drexler. All the way across court. Mario's been on a 3-point streak. He missed it. Drexler saving it. Oh, good hustle, but it hit the back of the glass.
Now, remember, we're talking about a superstar here. How many of them are going to give that one more notch of effort when the ball was practically gone into the stands? He just goes up and gets himself an opportunity to bang, get that ball back in play. And unfortunately, the backboard wasn't kind to him.
Well, he's 1 for 5 tonight, but he's doing so many other things. Assists and rebounds. Tough pass to Mashburn. Thrown out of bounds by Scott Brooks.
The Rockets are doing a nice job packing it in. They've caused the Dallas team to have quite a few turnovers early here. I think they have about 7. And that's 7 in the first quarter. We're still in the first quarter here, Bill.
Oh, we are?
He has been along first.
Well, thank you.
Well, I just thought I'd
I like having Calvin Murphy around to remind me what quarter we're in.
Hey, don't be a wise guy to me today, Bill. You got to be nice to me.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and Ellie just beat the buzzer.
I've had a bad day, Mr. Bill Warrell.
Murph, you've never had a bad day in your life. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, folks, this guy is upbeat all the time. All right, there's the time left. Brooks trying to go around a pick. He does. Takes it in for 2. Going for the steal on Kenny Smith. Kenny now gets a double team out front. 7 seconds left. Drexler will have it in the open court. He'll work on McLeod. 2 seconds. Drexler with a hook shot too. Oh, what a shot by Drexler. And that's the end of the first quarter of play.
Now, Tabak's got to be very aggressive, Bill. He can't worry about mistakes. He can't worry about fouling out. He's got to do something right now to get notice of his game.
Tabak, good catch. Lost the ball going up. Now, that's a good positive move there by Jean.
Yeah, he played the pick and roll game that the Rockets are accustomed playing, that two-man game. He goes to the basket. Now he's got to be a little stronger with those hands. He got right next to the basket and lost it. All right, now, and you know, Mario Ellie does a nice job trying to help Zahn get involved in the offense.
Good release by Tabak for the free throw. Zahn hasn't had a chance, of course, to go to the line very much. He does have 39, make it 40 free throws, but he's only a 63% free throw shooter. 25-19 Houston. There's Tony Dumas in the game now. Drexler picks him up. Dumas getting action tonight with Harris hurt and Jackson. Mashburn taking it in. Robert Horry blocks it out of bounds.
Well, when you have Mashburn posting down that low, you've got to come over quickly as Robert does. He does a nice job. Now, he doesn't allow Mario Ellie to get himself in a situation that have to foul to stop.
Shot clock is at 7 seconds. Mashburn has Ellie on him, spins inside. Tabak knocks it away, but draws the foul. John Tabak.
Rockets foul 55. John
That's his
Tabak,
first of the game.
Team foul of the quarter.
So Mashburn
32
will be at the line, averaging 24 points a game. Remember that game earlier this year where Mashburn had 50 points along with Jackson? It had been the first time in many, many years in the NBA that two players in the same team had scored 50-plus points.
That's a lot of firepower.
Boy, he can put it up, can he? He's going to be a great player in this league for years to come. He makes 1 out of 2, and that's a 5-point Houston lead. Cassell has been playing great, and he continues to do so. Boy, he walked right around Scotty Brooks. Cassell has really been a bright spot for Houston. Here's Dumas forcing it up to Tarpley. Tarpley never met a shot he didn't like, had a little trouble handling the ball. Cassell in the open court. Drexler, alley-oop to Horry, back over the head to Drexler. Drexler ends up with it, misses the layup. Back down the other way. Scott Brooks. Back to Mashburn, who has plenty of time to set. I think that was a wise decision. Scotty saw Robert Horry coming behind him, and knowing that his old teammate was capable of blocking a layup from way back at the free throw line, passed it back to Mashburn.
I tell you, it was good to see Robert Horry with 94 feet to try to stop that fast break.
Yep. Mario Ellie with a three-pointer. I'll tell you, the Rockets have been shooting the threes at an unbelievable clip, and Mario has really been firing it up since Hakeem's gone out of the lineup. He's shooting almost 55% from the field. Dumas misses. His rebounding, his ball handling, everything Mario is doing is right on. Tabak lays it up. Oh,
that's what I like to see. Great move by Tabak. He ran that lane. Sam Cassell gave him the ball, and he was able to have a finish to it.
And gave him the ball in a pretty tough place for a 7-footer. Out there where he had to make a little move to get it up. 31-22 now, Rockets by 9. 8 on the shot clock. Tabak goes for the steal. Dumas saves it, puts it up. Oh, tough shot, Tony Dumas. That's what I found, huh?
I've seen that shot before somewhere.
Did you used to do that?
With my eyes closed. I saw a big man running at me. I just threw it to the board and got out the way.
And it normally went in. Drexler gets a foul, and Clyde will go to the line to shoot. Doug Smith, #1 draft choice several seasons ago. He misses. Chucky Brown goes and gets it. Tell you what, you just can't say enough about the job Chucky Brown and Pete Chilcutt have done for Houston.
If you ask him to start or come off the bench.
Right. Very flexible players. Oh, nice pass by Drexler. Blocked inside. And coming away with it, Mashburn. Alley-oop to Dumas. Boy, now, you want to talk about a guy that gets on a trampoline. Look at Tony Dumas at 6'6". He looked about 6'10" when he went up.
He didn't even bend to go up.
Now, you never jump like that.
I got a trampoline at home. I beg your pardon.
Oh, yeah, on a trampoline.
King size, matter of fact.
Excellent.
I'm a jumping fool on that thing.
Double team on Clyde, so he goes baseline. Stole a move from McKean. Chilcutt gets it back, puts it up for 2. Now, Chucky Brown gets an assist. He tipped it across.
Kept it alive, sure did.
The basket to Pete. Rockets by 7. Mashburn got a step, missed the shot. Taking it up is Williams for 2 more. Lorenzo Williams with an offensive rebound and putback. 5-point Houston lead. There you see the time remaining.
Got to be careful that you don't get lulled to sleep by the Mavericks.
Robert Horry back outside to Kenny. Kenny for 3. Rockets hitting their 4th three-pointer of the game. Traveling is called on Mashburn.
On the turnover, it's Rockets ball.
Rockets are 4 for 10. Dallas 2 for 8 from behind the three-point line. Chilcutt has 2. Robert Horry has 1. Kenny Smith has 1. 53-45 Houston. 43 seconds left. Rockets can go 2 for 1 here. Chilcutt is set. He's already got 2. This time he's short. Kidd with his 7th rebound. Look at the no-look pass to Dumas. Back inside to Williams, and he is fouled by Houston. Fouled by Kenny Smith.
You know, if you look at the way that Jason Kidd runs the offense, he doesn't throw the ball to the player. He throws it to a spot when he sees the player out in front and allows the player to go get the ball. I mean, that's unique. You know, that means you don't have to do a lot of pinpointing on the fast break.
Now, he's got 7 points. He's got 3 assists and 7 rebounds already in this game.
Now, if they were putting the ball in the basket, he'd have more assists, obviously, because he's getting them the ball where they can have an opportunity to score.
Kidd averages over 7 assists a game and 5 rebounds a game. 53-47. Rockets be about 6 seconds difference, shot clock and the game clock. And a hand check is called on Dumas. That's the 3rd foul on Dumas, but more importantly, it's the 15th foul on Dallas, so Clyde will shoot a couple.
Now stay on the line, Clyde. Don't back away until the ball is released. That's when he has problems with his shot.
NBA Player of the Week. Hey, do you think we can get some free barbecue at the Drexler's?
Well, I'm going to go down there and ask him.
After that call Sunday?
I'm going to ask him, best barbecue in the city. I'm going down and say, Bill said, you need to give me some free barbecue. You got any clout around there?
Dude, I'm ready to go. I know those folks from Arthur Anderson are going down there all the time.
I tell you what, Clyde's mom likes me. She'll give me some barbecue if nothing else. I have that look of pity when I go in there.
Well, you're his agent. That's 24 seconds left to play. There's almost a steal. Kenny Smith had it for a moment. Mashburn bails him out by getting it back. Well, they barely got it across in 10 seconds. Scotty Brooks. They'll take it down as far as they can. 7 seconds, almost a steal. Mashburn in the open court. Missed it. Chilcutt with a rebound. 1 second left. Kenny Smith throws it the length of the court, and it will not go in. Well, you can't ask for any more from the Rockets. Olajuwon and Vernon Maxwell and Carl Herrera are all out of tonight's game, and the Rockets are hustling all over the court, and Rudy loves it. And it'll show you that the Rockets shot 47% to 38% for the Mavericks. Now the Rockets with 4 three-pointers. Chilcutt had a couple of those. 11 of 13 from the line for the Rockets. Rebounding, the Mavs with the advantage. Dallas had a 10-5 advantage off the offensive boards, but had been able to convert that into only 8 second chance points. And so the Rockets came out of that in pretty good shape. Chilcutt with 12, Mashburn with 11. Pete Chilcutt continues to go to the glass with a vengeance, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, he's just to the point now where I believe that ball has a magnet to his hands.
And the Rockets again continuing to step to the free throw line. They're forcing the action. They've got 13 freebies in the first half. But Pete Chilcutt coming off a 25-point performance. He said that basket looked as big around as the Gulf of Mexico Sunday against Denver.
All he talked to me about was that dunk he had, that tip dunk.
Hey, that was pretty spectacular, wasn't it?
Big fella told me, I'm a jumper. Don't look surprised.
That was a happy plane coming back from Denver to Houston Sunday. This team continues to play awfully hard, and these guys are giving it their all out here. Robert Horry, little turnaround for two. Nice touch as he takes it over Mashburn.
That's not bad to back him in that way.
No, it really is. That's one of Robert's better post-up moves, and now Mashburn trying to return the favor, but he missed. Loose ball foul on Popeye Jones. Well, Chucky Brown had good inside position. Popeye, I don't want to say a little shove. He gave him a big shove. Dick Motta not happy about it. You don't think Dick gets upset at the officials, do you?
No, but the language he used, we got the X out.
Dick from the old school, and they would ride him pretty good. Chucky Brown on the miss. Chilcutt finally runs it down thanks to help from Clyde Drexler. Kinney, good bounce pass. Chucky Brown had it and lost it. Just underway with the third quarter from Houston. From the corner. And Lorenzo Williams can get up. He can sky too at 6'9". He can get up in a hurry.
He slapped that down.
Drexler knocks it out of bounds. Well, fans, tickets are on sale now for the Rockets game against Mitch Richmond and the Sacramento Kings. That's April the 15th at all Ticketmaster ticket centers. To charge by phone, call 629-3700. 629-3700 for Rockets single game tickets. Steal by Houston. Kenny Smith taking it up with the left hand, missed it.
Now the Rockets have got to be careful if this doesn't become a sloppy game, because that'll be to the Mavs' benefit.
Well, there's a steal by Drexler into the hands of Horry. Rockets have a 3-on-2. Drexler back to Robert. Somebody better put up a shot. Man alive, somebody shoot the ball, please.
Well, now I really feel like I need to play, because I will shoot the basketball. Now there's one pass, two passes. Now there's the shot right there. There is the shot. There's the shot. Now there goes the ball.
Why don't you tell us how you really feel about it, Calvin?
You know, I get upset as a former shooter that when I see a shot that should be taken, I forget about making it. If it's a good shot, the coaches will never complain.
Jason Kidd with 9 points. There, that's going to be a shot. Chilcutt for two, and he's fouled.
He knows how to find a way to score.
Power move by Pete Chilcutt.
He was able to get them on his hip, and he just stretches himself out to the basket.
That's 14 points for Pete. Well, if you're going to play that center position, you got to score, right?
Yeah, if you're going to back up, if you're going to play the position that Olajuwon has left, there's a lot of shots left in that area.
Are we looking at our backup center now, you think?
Well, I tell you what he's done. He's proven that he can play that position.
When Hakeem comes back, it's been a problem for Houston, but it may not be anymore. Well, Mashburn with a three-pointer. And that is the 102nd three-pointer on the season for Jamal Mashburn. Robert Horry got good inside position. Boy, Mashburn just clobbered him. Kidd with the alley-oop to Lorenzo Williams. That's just hours and hours of practice between those two. And
boy, was that
boy, what a great pass. I love the way he just puts it right up there at the rim, and Williams went and got it.
In stride. That's what I said before, Bill. He doesn't throw to the player. He throws to the area.
Kenny Smith with a three.
And he shoots for one area. That's the round rim.
Second three-pointer of the game for Kenny Smith. Rockets again with a 6-point lead. Mashburn will shoot it over Robert Horry. Man, that's tough. Robert had pretty good defense. He had a hand right in his face. And Mashburn got it to go anyway. That's 16 points for Mashburn. Robert Horry wants to set a pick. Kenny goes left, comes back right. Chucky Brown inside too. Beautiful move by Kenny Smith.
That's pretty penetration. There's good spacing too. He was able to get inside and dictate what he wanted to do once he got in there.
Kenny Smith with his 4th assist of the game. to go along with 12 points. Mashburn now beginning to make a home inside.
Yeah, he's starting to exert himself offensively around there. Robert's going to need help.
Rockets with a 5-point lead. Robert Horry with a 360. Chill cut open. 2-pointer. Jason Kidd tries to save it. He does. Kidd on the drive with the left hand. Ran out of gas at the top of the move. Back to Chucky Brown. Chucky gives it up to Kidd, and Kidd calls a timeout before he runs out of bounds. What a heads-up player this kid is. So far in this quarter, the Rockets with 5 turnovers, and that has affected them. Kenny Smith going up for the rebound. Gets it out to Drexler on the run. Got to beat Popeye Jones. Good pass, Chucky Brown. Boy, that Drexler. He's not going to slam it. They're so worried about him that they just gave up the easy pass.
You know, he just plays basketball. He's not out there trying to get 50 points or this. He just does whatever the situation dictates.
Jason Kidd. Whoa! Robert Horry made him eat basketball. Drexler back the other way. Clyde on the glide, and he short-armed it up the front of the rim. Kind of like if you're going to floor 18, he got off at 17.
And a half.
Back outside, Popeye Jones says, let me try it again. He misses again. Chilcutt has it. And a foul is called on George McLeod.
I tell you one thing that I've noticed about the Dallas team today is that who's ever open, obviously going to take the shot because Popeye is not the one they want to have a shot taken. Now, Jason Kidd does a nice job getting inside for a little easy shot. Robert Horry comes away from the opposite side and is able to get up and block that shot with a lot of authority.
That was Robert's second block of the game. Works out every day. That's the one thing they can do. They can't work out hard, but they can work out. Chucky Brown takes it to the glass, and he draws a foul. Beautiful pick and roll play again between Chucky Brown and Clyde Drexler. They're getting that down pretty well.
Well, Clyde has just been slowly finding his way into the offense. He's been playing on a lot of individual ability, but right now he's just reading the defense. Chucky set that pick, and he just simply slid down that key area, and Clyde Drexler had his head up at all times, saw the situation, was able to deliver the ball.
I'll tell you, Chucky Brown tonight, 10 points, 8 rebounds. Chilcutt, 15 points, 7 rebounds. So those are two guys that have really come on to play well for Houston since Hakeem went out. And as Murph has said many, many times, as they get better, it's only going to help the Rockets when they get back to full strength. Popeye Jones from the perimeter, short on the shot. Good position by Mario Elliott.
Let him keep shooting it.
Chucky Brown, ball deflected by guess who? Jason Kidd. Boy, looks like Jason Kidd. There are 2 of him sometimes.
That's true.
He's everywhere.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad there's not a twin if I had to play against him.
He's not shooting very well. He's only 4 of 12 here in this game, but he's done a lot of little things already. 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a couple of steals. Kenny Smith up the escalator, missed it, tipped up and in by Chucky Brown.
Chucky Brown.
Get down, Chucky Brown.
13 points for Chucky. Mashburn put the wrong spin on it, but McLeod straightened it out for him. 70-62, Rockets by 8. Mario coming off a pick by Chilcutt, draws a double team, back to feet. Good zone defense by Dallas. Ellie on the drive. Nice pass, Chucky Brown baseline. I'm telling you, these Rockets work so well together.
Because no one's trying to be the star, Bill. Now that's a major statement because everybody is moving, everybody's in the flow. Whoever has the best opportunity ends up getting a chance to shoot it.
Double team on Mashburn.
That's right. Let Popeye shoot it from there. He's proven now that tonight's not his night.
McLeod with a 3-pointer.
I said Popeye, not McLeod.
Yeah, wrong guy. Well, Chucky Brown, let's see if he can keep it going. He scored the last 9. Drexler with a miss, out of bounds. The dreaded air ball.
He's entitled to one every 5 years or so.
Well, of course. 72-65. Jason Kidd with a 3-pointer.
That's a lot of confidence. He just went down set, didn't even take a jump shot.
He shot 209 threes this year. He's made only 52 for 24%, but he'll shoot them.
I guess he will.
Chilcutt will too. This one misses off the front, and Jason Kidd with his 9th rebound of the game passes up to Williams. Blocked by Mario Elie. Back outside. Kenny Smith fighting for it, and he knocked it out of bounds. Oh no, they're going to reverse it and say Mashburn knocked it out. So Tony Dumas now will come back into the game, and Popeye Jones will go out for Dallas. 72-68. Dallas has hung around.
Yeah, I don't like the tempo of this game, Bill, because that's right. They're hanging around. They're just picking at the Rockets' lead, and they haven't played very well shot the ball very well.
Drexler went and got that ball back. It was knocked away from him. Kenny Smith, good reversal, back to Chilcutt, baseline fadeaway. Beat Chilcutt with 17 points. He's becoming a scoring machine now. I think he likes it.
He's becoming a player, a complete player.
Dumas with a three-pointer. Drexler on the run. Look at the Rockets get up the court. They know they'll get one from Drexler. If they get out there in a hurry, they're nice pass to Chilcutt, and Drexler will pull it back out again. He bumps off Kidd, misses the shot. Look at Chilcutt go and get it. That's his 8th rebound of the game. Kenny Smith will run that play down a little bit. Chilcutt with the pick. Kenny says, nope, I'm feeling it. I want a three. Kenny Smith with 15 points. Jason Kidd taking it in and drawing the foul. Kenny Smith with his 2nd of the game.
I tell you what, I like the balance attack the Rockets have offensively. You're looking at Brown with 15 and Chilcutt with 17, Kenny with 15. Now, boy, I tell you, Clyde Drexler only has 8, but he's moved that ball so well that he might as well had himself what he only has. What I guess
got 6 rebounds and 4 assists.
And 4 assists.
Kidd having trouble shooting tonight. He misses that free throw. He's a 70% free throw shooter. And he misses them both.
No, but that can't happen.
George McLeod was able to sneak in for the tip-in.
That can't happen. That hurt.
77-70. Rudy wants to call a timeout. 3:09 left to play in the 3rd period. Mario Elie swings around the corner. Beautiful shot by Mario. The Rockets continue to use that pick and roll play to perfection. That's so tough to guard in the pros because you've just got too many options. Mashburn wants a 3. Short. And the long rebound comes out to Lorenzo Williams, a new 24 for Dallas. Jason Kidd came and got that ball, and it was tipped up and in by Lorenzo Williams. He was short on the shot. Of course, a lot of times the defense won't see that. They're looking to get position. Drexler just burrows his way in for 2.
I tell you, George Gervin would have been very proud of that finger roll.
Yeah, that looked like a Gervin, didn't it? 81-72. Rockets back out by 9. Jason Kidd gets the 3. They're allowing him to shoot, but he's missing them. Tipped outside to Drexler. Back to Kenny Smith. Here come the Rockets.
2 minutes into the quarter.
2 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, he carried the ball. Yeah, that's a good call. I was getting ready to say, be careful, Kenny. He picked it up and put it down. That's a carry.
That's a good call by Jim Kinsey. These pro players can do just about anything they want to. In fact, sometimes you think the ball's attached with a string. But
their hands are so big.
Yeah.
These players are strong.
I think where you have to call it is if a guy means to stop his dribble and then keeps it going, and that's what that appeared to be. Scotty Brooks has checked in for Dallas. George McLeod misses. Good defense by Houston. I'll tell you, McLeod, 4 of 9. Jason Kidd about 4 of 13. Seffi Brown, left-handed shot, missed it. Elie had the tip in. He and Brown kind of collided with each other. Back the other way, Tony Dumas.
Oh, boy, did you see him get up?
I don't know why he passed off.
Oh, my goodness.
Offensive foul. It's called on Jamal Mashburn. Well, Dumas got up over the rim, and I thought he might just lay it in, and then he passed it off.
I thought he was getting ready to fly.
Well, this kid's something, isn't he?
Oh, he's up there now. Okay, he lost his balance. That's why he kicked it off. Just lost his balance a little bit.
Sam Cassell running the show now. Taking it inside on Scott Brooks and draws the foul from Scotty. That's the 5th team foul on the Mavericks, so Sam will go to the line. Second foul on, first foul on Scott Brooks. You know, Sam Cassell's been going to the line a lot lately.
Ah, but he's back to that little unorthodox stutter step he has, or whatever you want to call it, going to the basket and then puts the defense in a situation where a lot of times they got to bump him to keep him from getting inside.
Sam was 3 for 7. Now, he can shoot better than that in Denver.
Well, that's key.
He was 10 of 11 against Portland, 6 of 7 at Golden State, and 7 of 9 at Sacramento. So that's indicative of a point guard getting a lot of penetration. Clyde Drexler will take a breather. Tracy Murray will come in for Clyde. Sam tonight with 5. He can make it 6, and he does. 83-72. Rockets by 11. Steal Mario Ellie. Tough luck. The ball hit on the inline. Boy, good hustle. I just can't stress enough the type of effort that Mario Ellie brings every night to the game. He is a pleasure to watch. Under a minute left to play in the quarter. Double team on Mashburn. 5 on the shot clock. Scotty goes down. He's in trouble.
Boy, he got up quick off that 40.
Boy, the foul was called on Mario Ellie on the pass off with only about 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Okay, oh, go ahead, Globetrotter. Oh, all you need is a little tan. You'd be right on time, my brother.
Scotty gonna have to get out in the sun a little longer than that, I think.
Well, you got to remember now, the Globetrotters offered Pistol Pete a contract when he was playing.
Yep. Blocking foul on Robert Horry.
Houston foul 25, Robert Horry, his third, second team foul.
Well, if you're a lip reader, you understand that Rudy said,
if you're a lip reader, you close your eyes.
Rudy said, that's not fair.
Mr. Referee. I remember when Tex Winter was coaching the Rockets in the early years, and he got a technical and was put out of the game because he walked out to half court. Mr. Referee, can I speak with you? And Daryl Gilson says, no, you can't. You're out of here. And we felt so bad for poor Tex. He was so nice. Of course, now he's the assistant with Chicago, and he's responsible for their triple post offense.
Yeah, well, he's responsible for creating that when he was at Kansas State.
Sure.
All the way back years ago.
Mr. Referee.
Well, Robert Horry will come out now. Zon Tabak will play the final 37 seconds of this quarter. A miss, and Tracy Murray goes and gets it. 10-point Houston lead. Sam Cassell with the ball. And a foul.
No, they called him out of bounds.
They call Sam Cassell out of bounds. How can they not call a foul on that? What in the world are you thinking about? I mean, he was absolutely bounced out of bounds.
Correction for George.
Wow.
I tell you what gets a lot of work in a basketball game is Rudy's suit coat.
Never quite comes off, except it almost comes off about 3 or 4 times. There's a miss. Chucky Brown with his 11th rebound of the game. 10-point Houston lead, final 10 seconds. Sam backing it in, a little turnaround over Scott Brooks. And the Rockets now with their largest lead of the game. Scotty has to force it up, missed it. And tonight's game summary is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Jamal Mashburn with 19 for Dallas. Pete Chilcutt with 17 to lead the way for Houston. In the game, Houston shooting 50%, Dallas 39%. Dallas with more offensive rebounds, but they really haven't been able to take advantage of that tonight. The Rockets not bad with 8. So Rudy's got his tie back on again and got a nice knot in it. Looks like nothing ever happened.
He's back to being the fashion plate. of the Houston Rockets.
May have had a knot in his throat after that last foul that went uncalled. Tony Dumas picked up now on the switch by Tracy Murray. Dumas will put up a three-pointer. Tell you what, this is a nice-looking young player.
Yes, he is.
He might play a lot of basketball for them in the future.
Built like Penny Hardaway, too.
Tracy Murray tries to answer. Chucky Brown keeping it alive, tips it away. Lorenzo Williams to Jason Kidd. There's that Dumas. He can run all night. Passing off to Mashburn. Mashburn puts it up, draws a foul from Tracy Murray.
Houston foul on number 31, Tracy Murray. That's his
So right out of the gate with a three-pointer from Dumas, and now maybe with 2 free throws from Mashburn, they get right back in this game.
Well, I tell you, that Dumas got a lot of speed. You got to get to him quickly. I saw a little offensive foul on the part of Mashburn, but we won't discuss that since the referees didn't.
Jamal Mashburn got a club record tying career high 50 points in Chicago back on November the 12th and 45 points against the Bullets on December the 8th. He was really firing them away. He's not hitting his free throws tonight. Mashburn's a 74% free throw shooter, but he has missed 3 free throws tonight. He's 3 of 6. Mario Ellie now gets a pick from Tabak, trying to turn that corner. Gets in on the baseline. Sam Cassell, 4 on the shot clock. Sam rattles. Tabak goes and gets it. Reverse layup for 2. Hey, how about that move by John Tabak?
I like the way they pronounce it around the league. Tabak.
The Croatian sensation.
Can I use that one?
Sure.
I like that.
Dumas back outside to Mashburn. 87-77. There's Dumas with another 3. Tony Dumas trying to make a name for himself here tonight. 14 points for Dumas. And he's getting to play because Lucius Harris could not. That's how you make it, don't you?
Sure, you become an opportunist.
Sam Cassell trying to get Kidd in the air. Passes off to Chucky Brown.
3 seconds. When you spend too much time playing with that basketball, your teammates are trying to get inside position.
And a delay of game warning is called on Houston. Jason Kidd put it up from the outside, short. Tabak goes and gets it again.
And out of the tulip comes Tabak.
Well, he's got almost his career high for rebounding. Needs 1 more. Tracy Murray puts up the jumper, won't go down, and Tarpley clears it out to Jason Kidd. Mashburn picked up by Cassell. Good move. They'll swing it around. There's Dumas again, creating something. Got baseline. Well, he created a turnover then. He dribbled into no man's land. Tracy Murray, that's his shot. Oh, he missed it, but he followed it. Had it knocked away by Lorenzo Williams. A lot of hectic action, a lot of action, but not much going on.
One of those.
Kidd had all day.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you're going to give anybody that much time, they're bound to make it.
Jason Kidd has hit 3 out of 7 from behind the three-point line. He's got 15 points, and Rudy has to call a timeout. I think he's going to call a 20-second timeout. Chilcutt and Brown combining tonight for 32 points and 20 rebounds. But the Rockets need to settle it down now and try to get some points. Ellie, Cassell, Brown, Drexler, and Tabak for Houston. Drexler has it, trying to get a pick from Tabak. He does. That leaves Clyde a little room. And a big jumper by Clyde Drexler.
Yeah, you used the right adjective on that one. That was a big one. They have to slow down the momentum of the Dallas team. They were able to get in. They picked their way in, and we started seeing that towards the end of the second quarter, that momentum starting to swing in their favor. We didn't like the tempo, if you remember, Bill. So that was a very big basket.
Ashford with a turnaround, boy. You always have go-to guys when you need big points, and the Rockets went to theirs, and Drexler, and Dallas came right back with Mashburn. Mashburn has 22. 89-85. Drexler gets a step on Mashburn. Finger rolls it up for 2 and draws the foul. Boy, I'm telling you, that's a dream teamer doing it to a dream teamer of the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to agree with that. Clyde has done so much in his career so far that I don't think he's been really given the recognition he's due. He's made all the all-star teams and the dream teams and stuff, but I don't still think that they understand how good he is.
Well, I think you've got to win an NBA championship. He got to the finals twice, wasn't able to do it. Look what happened to Hakeem when he won one.
Plus, you know, remember now, he went to the Final Four in college to the championship a couple of times.
Yes, he did.
So he understands about winning basketball now.
Mashburn with that turnaround, short. Knocked out of bounds by Dallas. So now 2 good offensive and defensive trips for Houston, 92-85.
You know, when Tarkin came back into the league, Bill, his game totally changed. Before he went out with those drug problems, he was the forward feature underneath the basket.
There's Drexler in the open court again. This time he passes off and draws a foul.
Mavericks foul number 5.
From Jason Kidd. Here's tonight's Coors Light Prime Sports upcoming schedule. Otis Thorpe and Portland will be in town on Thursday night, then the Sacramento Kings Saturday, and the LA Clippers. Now, that will be the final regular season appearance before this next road trip. Then the Rockets will finish with Utah. But come out and support the Rockets. Plenty of good tickets left for that Clipper game on Monday night. Boy, that ball went in and came out. Jason Kidd in the open court. Nobody cut him off. Mario Ellie with the foul at the basket. That's the 4th foul on Mario. Well, now, you think this kid can't run? Watch him get up the court.
Well, first of all, you know, he received the ball and didn't see the defense was. As he received it, he stopped for a half a second, then put on the afterburners to get down the floor. Hey, Bill, got a question for you while we're watching these foul shots. Since we're prime now, do I have to get rid of my HSE stuff? Can I get some new apparel?
Sure. Just go.
Are you guaranteeing this or what?
Go charge it to Mike and us to see you and Murphy.
Yeah, now you're trying to get me beat up. Yeah, thanks a lot.
They told me they'd be willing to spring for anything you could keep under $10. Ellie, Mario slams it home. Tony Dumas lost it. He just ran off and left the ball. Jason Kidd tries another 3 and hits it. That's the 4th three-pointer of the game for Jason Kidd. 94-89.
He smiles and says something and looks at somebody at the bench who's been harassing him.
Probably Maxwell.
No doubt.
Nothing's affected his mouth. Mario Ellie on the drive and a foul out front on Dumas.
Well, I tell you what, I'm so impressed with the way that Rudy changed his offense up to allow the penetration. He has that floor spread so well, but yet he doesn't take anybody out of the game, because once the penetration starts, you have 2 people spotting up, and the 3rd person, which is normally the big forward, going to the basket.
There's Ellie getting a step going left. Oh, Chucky Brown tips it up and in. Another rebound for Chucky Brown. That's his 13th. 17 points for Chucky. He's heading for another big night. Tony Dumas went for the slam and missed it. Popeye Jones puts it back up and in. Popeye Jones, 9 rebounds, and Mario Ellie overthrows Clyde. George McLeod will come in for Tony Dumas. Very impressive showing for the young Dumas. You'll see more of him next year, I'm sure. 15 points.
And he goes down and sits down next to Brad Davis, who's going to eventually be his coach.
Mashburn puts it up for 2, and Jamal Mashburn with 24 points. And the Rockets lead is down to 3. 6 minutes now left to play in the game. Drexler out front. Going to give him a lot of room to work on McLeod. Back out to Mario. Sets for a 3-pointer. Rims it out. Rebound to Popeye Jones. This is the closest Dallas has been now since they trailed in the 2nd quarter by 3. And a foul is called on Clyde Drexler. That's the 3rd team foul on Houston. For Drexler, his 1st. Both teams with 3 team fouls. 5:41 left. And back to Mashburn again. Ellie picks him up, double team. Kidd swings it around to McLeod. Picked up by Cassell. Leans in off the glass. Tipped up and in by Popeye Jones. And a foul is called on Ellie. Well, Mario may have gotten it with him, but Mario is called for the foul. And the points go to Popeye.
Yeah, Mario goes across his shoulder.
Well, Popeye is the one that hit the big basket to beat Houston for the only time this season up in Dallas last time these two teams played. And Popeye gets a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and that ties it up at 96. So we got a brand new game with 5:22 left.
And it's important that the Rockets score. They cannot allow Dallas to come down on the next possession and score.
Offensive foul called on Sam Cassell, and there again the anticipation of Jason Kidd.
Reading the player. Now this was read all the way by Jason.
Sam's going to have to go to his left hand if he wants to fool.
Yeah, he's going to have to give him a little different look.
You're going to take it to Mashburn again, draws the double team. She'll cut back into the game. Swing it weak side, George McLeod, bingo, and Dallas now leads by 3 points. The Mavericks have come charging back. They have outscored Houston 26-11 in this quarter, and Rudy wants a timeout.
And Jason Kidd has, what, 4 of them?
Yes. 26-11 run. Drexler trying to get a pick, got the double team. Behind the back, Chucky Brown puts up the jumper, short. Popeye Jones with another rebound. He has 11 boards. 12 boards make it for Chucky Brown. Lorenzo Williams, or for Popeye Jones, Lorenzo Williams with 11. 3-point lead for Dallas. Now Mashburn got a step. Robert Horry with a block. Boy, that's a great move by Robert Horry. That's his 3rd block of the game.
Okay, Robert gets caught out of position, but he gets back with his quickness, and he just follows the flight of the ball. And he was pretty good hang time also to block that, wasn't it?
Mashburn leaning in for 2 more. The Mavericks with their largest lead of the game now. 101-96. Rockets desperately in search of a basket. Pete Chilcutt baseline, missed it, tipped up to Drexler, he saves it. Back outside, Robert Horry sights in a 3. Yes.
Big possession.
Boy, it sure was. 101-99, Dallas leads it. Knocked out of bounds by Houston. 13 on the shot clock. 3:32 in the game. Houston trailing by 2. Mashburn lost the ball. Big turnover. Good defense, Houston. Kenny Smith now in the game to run the show for the Rockets. Robert Horry again creating a turnover.
All right, it's time to get Clyde Drexler involved in the offense now.
Well, they're doing a pretty good job of doubling him. Now he goes baseline. Oh, Clyde the Clyde. Good call, Murph.
How sweet of a move.
Now the Rockets with 5 points in a row. 101-101. This crowd wants a defense. Mashburn, and a foul is called on Houston.
Come on, Robert Horry. Now, you get Clyde involved by allowing him to play a 2-man game. They set the pick, but he elected to go baseline.
Plus he
Defense
got
wasn't ready for it. Yeah, he was fouled on that dunk, no call, but nevertheless, he completed that play. Such a great finisher, Bill.
Mashburn with 27 points. 11 of 23 from the field. Jamal Mashburn averaging 24 a game. And he only gets 1. So he has missed 4 free throws. He's 4 of 8 from the line tonight. Rockets trailing by 1 point. Can get the lead on this possession. Right back to Drexler. Chilcutt goes away on the pick, and it was tipped. Drexler thought it was tipped. The referees didn't see it, however, and Dallas will get the ball. Rockets look pretty much solidified in that 6th playoff spot, unless they were to go into a long losing streak. George McLeod from the outside missed it. Chucky Brown runs it down, knocked it out of bounds.
Now they said he was on the line.
Yep. So the Dallas Mavericks will get 24 more seconds. 2:20 left. They'll isolate from Mashburn. Kenny Smith runs over. That leaves Kidd open. He missed the shot, and Popeye Jones gets it back. That's the advantage of being a great offensive rebounding team.
That's right.
When the game is on the line, you can go back and get it. Kidd with a three-pointer, his 5th three-pointer of the game. He's now 5 of 9 from behind the three-point line. 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. Remember, he had 2 triple-doubles last week. Clyde Drexler with a 3. Chucky Brown keeping it alive, and it's tipped up in the air, out of bounds Houston. 4-point lead by Dallas. You've got to execute down the stretch.
Yes, you do. I took words on my mouth. You got to execute and get yourself something out of each possession when you're under 5 minutes.
And a foul is called on Clyde Drexler.
Now, unfortunately, that puts them on the line. The Rockets are over the limit for a penalty.
In this quarter, Dallas has outscored Houston 32-16. With Jason Kidd leading the way. Tell you what, when you talk about Rookie of the Year, you look at their improvement since he joined the team. He's the Rookie of the Month, Player of the Week. He ranks in the top 10 in both steals and assists. He's the only rookie this year to do that. And tonight he has shot the three-pointer. This may be his best performance of the season, shooting the 3. He has 5 3-pointers tonight. And Mata came back to steady the ship. All right, the Rockets need some big points in a hurry. Kenny Smith on the drive, passes off Chucky Brown off the knee of Popeye Jones.
Well, the Rockets are going to have to be sure-handed now. They can't get themselves with nice penetration, passing it off and not being able to deliver.
.15 on the shot clock. Kenny Smith faked the 3, back to Chilcutt. Three-pointer for Pete, missed it. Drexler goes and gets it. Kenny Smith's wide open. Shoot it, Kenny. Nope, over the backboard, won't go.
That's unfortunate, but that was the right shot.
Sure was.
Clyde Drexler did a nice job getting them an offensive rebound, so that's a bonus shot. He swung the ball to the opposite side of the floor. Kenny had a good look at it. Unfortunately, it got a little bit of that front lip.
Jason Kidd in the open court. Beautiful pass to Mashburn. Draws a foul from Chilcutt with 1:10 left. And again, Jason Kidd making it happen in the open court.
Boy, if this team didn't have such a poor shooting night, he could have had 20 assists tonight the way he's passing that ball.
That's right. They have not finished off a lot of his passes. That's a correct observation, Mr. Murphy.
Why, thank you, Mr. Warrell.
Well, this was a big win for Dallas if they continue on here, because the Mavericks will get to 34-41 and close at least a half game on Sacramento and Denver in that chase for the 8th and final playoff spot. Dallas possibly has the hardest schedule of the teams remaining. And they're due to get Jim Jackson back, if not the tail end of this week, the first part of next week.
I watched him work out before the game. He looks like he's getting in pretty good shape.
But they haven't played badly without him. Timeout taken by Houston. And in this fourth quarter, 36-16, Dallas has outscored Houston by 20 points. Clyde in the open court. McLeod fouls him. I don't know why he did that. You just as soon give up a 2. So McLeod will stop the clock and give the Rockets an opportunity to add 2 points. And Clyde will be at the line. Rockets shooting 47%. While Akeem has been out, Clyde has averaged 30 points, 7 rebounds, and almost 5 assists.
30 points a game.
Shooting 52.5% from the field over the last 7 games. All right, Sam will come in for Pete Chilcutt.
I see, what do I see? I see a press coming now with two quick guards out there.
See a press and a lot of three-point shooting.
And a lot of three-point shooting, that's right.
109-103. 6-point lead with 102 left.
Now the Rockets have got to be very careful also that they don't get a delay a game when they touch the ball. They've already had one of those calls.
Now, Portland is playing in San Antonio tonight. If the Trailblazers win tonight, pull one off, they could get within 3 of Houston, and a victory Thursday would get them within 2, and then it would get a little scary for the Rockets as far as that 6th playoff spot is concerned. Mashburn gets 1 out of 2. Rockets trail by 7. Drexler will put up a 3. Yes! 112. 108. And Robert Horry fouls right away. Jamal Mashburn with 30 points tonight.
It's a big game.
22 for Kidd, 31 for Mashburn.
Hey, McLeod has 16, so he had a pretty big game himself.
He missed 6 free throws tonight, however. Mario Elie has it. He'll put up a 3-pointer. Yes! Hey, hey, look out! We've got a 2-point game. Dallas trying to bring it in. Rockets swarming everywhere. They foul Popeye Jones with 25 seconds left, and it's only a 2-point Dallas lead.
Did you see what the Rockets did defensively? They deliberately left Mashburn wide open and allowing him to get the ball so they can foul him quickly. They were able to get it into Popeye Jones, who's shooting right now 64%. That's a good bet. That's a good bet. Good defense on the part of the Rockets. Now watch Popeye make both of them.
Well, I hope not.
I'm with you.
Elie made 1. That gives him a 3-point edge with 25 seconds left. Pete Chilcutt will come in for Sam Cassell. I think it's because Pete at 6'11" or 6'10 and a half, whatever it is, gets a better look at a 3-pointer. He got them both. 2 pressure free throws. 4-point lead by Dallas. Drexler puts up a 3. Oh, Robert Horry with a heads-up play. They were watching the ball, and he knocked it off of one of the Dallas players. 17 seconds left.
That might have been a big play if the Rockets can convert right now.
Houston down by 4. Kenny Smith, 3-pointer. Yes! And a foul quickly on Jason Kidd.
He makes both of them or whatever. The Rockets have a chance now to get a shot to get into this game here.
Popeye Jones and Jason Kidd with 3 in a row. One more. Rockets are out of timeouts. Trailing by 3. Here it comes. 12 seconds left. And a blocking foul, and that's a smart foul.
Yes, it was.
Dallas foul 21, George
McLeod blocking foul will force Drexler now at least to shoot 2 free throws. They can't win the game from the line. Rockets have no timeouts left. So even if Clyde makes them both.
Do you make one, miss one, Bill?
Well, I think you make them both and foul again. You got 10 seconds left. Of course, you got to make them. Now, Dallas still has 3 timeouts remaining. The Rockets have no timeout.
Well, they call a timeout quickly, get the ball to half court.
Well, Clyde thought he might have missed it short. There's a timeout taken by Dallas. 10 seconds left. 117-116. This game looked out of reach a moment ago. Trying to get it in, Popeye Jones. He gets it in, knocked away, almost a steal, and a foul is called on Sam Cassell, and Scotty Brooks will be at the line. Well, they almost did not get this in.
Doesn't come any closer than that. And if the Rockets steal this ball right now, they're at half court. They got numbers. They off and go.
Well, Scotty Brooks will be 1+ the penalties, an 80% free throw shooter. We'll have one more. That's a 2-point lead. 8.3 left. All right, if he makes, let's see if Dallas fouls again. All right, a 3-point lead by Dallas. He's got Kenny Smith. Kenny gives it up to Mario Ellie. Sam Cassell for a three. Cassell ties the game at 119. Oh, baby. .9 left. At the basket. Knocked away by Kenny Smith. Blocked by Drexler. We're going to overtime. An unbelievable comeback by Houston. The Houston Rockets have forced an overtime. Dallas is 4-2 in overtime games. The Rockets have not played an overtime game. This is the first one. Now, each team gets 3 timeouts in an overtime, and each team gets 3 fouls before the penalty situation, just to get you up to date on that. Double team on Mashburn. George McLeod with a 3. I'll tell you, that Dallas is unbelievable. The Mavericks have hit 12 of 22 3-pointers in this game for 55%. That's got to be a franchise record for Dallas. Drexler on the 360. Beautiful pass. Robert Horry took it up and drew a foul from Mashburn.
That was a nice little penetration spin move where Drexler drops it off to Robert. Robert was actually coming to the basket for the offensive rebounding, and all of a sudden, look what I found. Drexler laid it right in his hands.
Robert Horry with 2 big free throws. .13 points for Robert Horry. Points for Robert.
Everything from the foul line right now are pressure points, and Robert does a nice job making those 2 free throws.
Mavericks lead by that McLeod 3-pointer by 1. Oh, what a pass by Jason Kidd. Jones blew it. Williams blows it, and Drexler goes and gets it. Kenny Smith up to Robert Horry now, looking baseline. Back over to Chilcutt. He'll fire up a 3. Pete Chilcutt. Goodness. The basketball summit is raining 3-pointers here tonight. Rockets lead by 2, almost a steal, but a foul called on Mario Ellie. 5th foul on Mario. First team foul on the Rockets. Going to give Robert a breather now. Chucky Brown will come in. Chilcutt with his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. Mashburn taking it inside, missed it. Jones tips it, won't go. And look at Kenny Smith run it down. Rockets lead by 2. They can get it up the court. They've got the numbers. Chucky Brown takes it in for the layup, and he's fouled by Jason Kidd.
Average foul with 5, Jason Kidd. That's his 3rd. Team foul.
I'll tell you what, the Mavericks have had tip-ins go astray now the last 3 times down, and Chucky Brown will be at the free throw line. Good numbers tonight for Chucky Brown.
Boy, that's a full night's work there. Make it 18. All right, Chucky.
The Rockets are 23 of 26 from the free throw line.
That should be the norm, Bill. That's the kind of numbers they need.
Dallas, on the other hand, 24 of 35. So the Mavericks have missed 11 free throws. The Rockets have missed only 3.
Yeah, they self-destruct by not putting the ball in the basket from the foul line earlier in the game, especially Mashburn.
Rockets with a 4-point lead. 3:20 left. The crowd wants defense. Mashburn with a 3. He missed it, and Kidd goes and gets it. George McLeod with a 2-pointer. And McLeod starting to heat up now.
You know, he's a shooter, Bill.
Well, he's got 21 points.
That's a nice shot he puts up there.
Drexler, nice pass to Chucky Brown, good catch. He's fouled from behind, and a loose ball foul is called on Dallas. Popeye Jones had to grab Chucky Brown. Now that's the third team foul on the Mavericks. The next foul by Dallas, and Houston's in the penalty. The Rockets still have a couple of fouls to give. 2:57 left to play. So now the Rockets can be aggressive again. Try to get another foul. There's Ellie being aggressive, going to the basket. Back out to Kenny Smith. Kenny. Oh, Kenny Smith with a two-pointer. 128-124. Rockets by 4 again. 2:38 left to play. Jason Kidd back to McLeod. Good job, Drexler, to get out on him. And a foul is called on Chucky Brown, I believe. And that's only the first foul. Only the first foul on Chucky Brown.
And he's played in the pit tonight.
What a job for George McLeod as he goes to the line. His season high is 22 points. So McLeod can break that here.
Notice how the Rockets have kept Mashburn out of the offense, the scoring offense in this overtime.
Yeah, but McLeod's jumped right into that.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate.
His career high is 24 points. So he's one under that. He's got a new season high of 23. 128-126. Rockets by 2. 2:25 left to play. Drexler gets a pick from Chilcutt, takes it to the basket for 2, and he's fouled. Clyde Drexler.
That is basketball.
When Chilcutt goes away, that leaves Clyde the opportunity.
Yeah, what Clyde does, though, he freezes the defense with that little pump fake like he's going to pass it. The defense froze. That allowed him to get that lead foot past the defense where he can turn that corner and make that little hook shot.
Three-point play the old-fashioned way. 27 points for Clyde Drexler. Rockets lead it 131-126. 5-point Houston lead, 2:13 left. The crowd wants defense. McLeod going to throw up a 3, short. Chilcutt with a rebound, and now the Rockets can start thinking about milking a little time.
Yeah, it's about playing that clock, about possessions now.
Plus, the Rockets are in the penalty situation if they want to go to the basket. They can draw a foul and go to the line. They don't need outside shots. They can take it inside. 5 on the shot clock. Mario's open. Passes up a 3, goes for a 2. All right, Mario Ellie. The Houston Rockets. How about this team? There's no quit in your Houston Rockets. Dallas calls a timeout. And the Rockets are trying to win in one of the greatest comebacks in Houston history. There's a steal by Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith up the escalator for 2. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Mashburn for 2. And Mario Ellie did not want to foul him. He's got 5. 135-128. That's what puzzles me. They haven't attacked that situation. And a foul is called on Jason Kidd.
Average foul number 5, Jason Kidd. That's his fourth.
4th foul on Jason Kidd. You know, Dallas tonight, led by Jason Kidd's 5 3-pointers, has set a new franchise record for hitting 12 3-pointers. The record was 10 3-pointers, and they got that against Houston on April 24th, 1993. So the Mavericks tonight have set a lot of records, but they might lose this game. And I say might because you don't want to take anything for granted in this game tonight.
Look at the backcourt of the Rockets. 27 and 25, getting ready to be 26 by Kenny Smith. Kenny had him a very quiet, big game tonight, Bill.
He did. He had 4 3-pointers, 2 big ones down that playoff stretch. The Rockets have 12 3-pointers. They're 12 of 28 now. Rockets, of course, tied the NBA record for threes with 16 Sunday. 137-128. Rockets by 9 with 1:10 left. And a foul called on Chucky Brown. That's the 3rd team foul on Houston. And now the next foul by the Rockets will send Dallas to the line. Both teams are in the penalty.
Yeah, I just realized that Pete Chilcutt has 20 points tonight also.
Oh, yeah, I can go down the list. I will in a moment. Mashburn puts up a three over the backboard. Houston's ball. 1:03 left. Chucky Brown has 19. Chilcutt has 20. Drexler has 27. Kenny Smith with 26. Mario Ellie with 13. Boy, look at the triple-double if Clyde can get him another assist. A foul by Mashburn.
Now his foul 32, Jamal Mashburn. That's his 5th personal foul.
Well, I've been around this place a long time. I have never seen it come back. Let's remind you again that with 45 seconds to play in regulation, the Rockets were down 7 points with no timeouts left.
And Dallas had the ball.
Yeah. The Rockets.
And that's right. No timeouts. There's the miracle. They quarterbacked themselves as they were going up and down the floor what they were going to do.
May show you sometimes timeouts are overrated.
Well, depends on who's coaching.
139-128. Rockets by 11. Jason Kidd with his 6th three-pointer of the game, and that's a new record for him, I know. 6 trifectas for Jason Kidd. Kenny Smith alertly kept the ball rather than try a dangerous pass.
He called Mario off. They didn't want to take a chance. They don't need to make mistakes down the stretch now. They want to get a shot every possession without a turnover. Now here's Jason Kidd going for his 6th?
Yep.
What was the penalty?
All kinds of franchise records falling for Dallas tonight, but they're losing the game. Now Kenny has been perfect at the line, 6 of 6 until that miss. Get this one here, Kenny, because they got 3 the last trip down, and he missed them both. Well, wait a minute.
Don't even say it, Bill.
8-point lead. Mashburn taking it in. Foul called on Drexler, and now he can get a 3-point play out of this. Man alive. It ain't going to be easy, Calvin J.
I don't want to look at the game any longer. I've got nervous.
You've got to look at the game. We're paying you big bucks.
Oh, my goodness.
To look at the game.
Did you hear him say that? People, did you hear Bill Worrell say big bucks?
Well, Mashburn with 35 points. He missed on purpose, and Dallas gets it back. Mashburn will put up a 3. He missed it, tipped up in the air. Dallas gets it back again. Back out to Mashburn. Over to McLeod for a 3. He misses. Ball tipped out of bounds by Houston with 30 seconds left. And Dallas trailing by only 6. There's a steal by Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith up the escalator for 2. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Mashburn for 2. Mario Ellie did not want to foul him. He's got 5. 135-128. That's what puzzles me. They haven't attacked that situation. And a foul is called on Jason Kidd.
Mavericks foul number 5, Jason Kidd. That's his
4th. 4th foul on Jason Kidd. You know, Dallas tonight, led by Jason Kidd's 5 3-pointers, has set a new franchise record for hitting 12 3-pointers. The record was 10 3-pointers, and they got that against Houston on April 24th, 1993. So the Mavericks tonight have set a lot of records, but they might lose this game. And I say might because you don't want to take anything for granted in this game tonight.
Look at the backcourt of the Rockets. 27 and 25, getting ready to be 26 by Kenny Smith. Kenny had him a very quiet, big game tonight, Bill.
He did. He had 4 3-pointers, 2 big ones down that playoff stretch. The Rockets have 12 3-pointers. They're 12 of 28 now. Rockets, of course, tied the NBA record for threes with 16 Sunday. 137-128. Rockets by 9 with 1:10 left. And a foul called on Chucky Brown. That's the 3rd team foul on Houston. And now the next foul by the Rockets will send Dallas to the line. Both teams are in the penalty.
Yeah, I just realized that Pete Chilcutt has 20 points tonight also.
Oh, yeah, I can go down the list. I will in a moment. Mashburn puts up a 3 over the backboard. Houston's ball. 1:03 left. Chucky Brown has 19. Chilcutt has 20. Drexler has 27. Kenny Smith with 26. Mario Ellie with 13. Boy, look at the triple-double if Clyde can get him another assist. A A foul by Mashburn.
Now his foul 32, Mashburn. That's his 5th personal foul.
Well, I've been around this place a long time. I've never seen it come back. Let's remind you again that with 45 seconds to play in regulation, the Rockets were down 7 points with no timeouts left.
And Dallas had the ball.
Yeah. The Rockets.
And that's right. No timeouts. There's the miracle. They quarterbacked themselves as they were going up and down the floor what they were going to do.
May show you sometimes timeouts are overrated.
Well, depends on who's coaching.
139-128. Rockets by 11. Jason Kidd with his 6th three-pointer of the game, and that's a new record for him, I know. 6 trifectas for Jason Kidd. Kenny Smith alertly kept the ball rather than try a dangerous pass.
He called Mario off. They didn't want to take a chance. They don't need to make mistakes down the stretch now. They want to get a shot every possession without a turnover. Now here's Jason Kidd going for his 6th.
Yep.
What was the penalty?
All kinds of franchise records falling for Dallas tonight, but they're losing the game. Now Kenny has been perfect at the line, 6 of 6 until that miss. Get this one here, Kenny, because they got 3 the last trip down, and he missed them both. Well, wait a minute.
Don't even say it, Bill.
8-point lead. Mashburn taking it in. Foul called on Drexler, and now he can get a 3-point play out of this. Man alive. It ain't going to be easy, Calvin J.
I don't want to look at the game any longer. I've got nervous.
You've got to look at the game. We're paying you big bucks.
Oh, my goodness.
To look at the game.
Did you hear him say that? People, did you hear Bill Warrell say big bucks?
Well, Mashburn with 35 points. He missed on purpose, and Dallas gets it back. Mashburn will put up a 3. He missed it, tipped up in the air. Dallas gets it back again. Back out to Mashburn. Over to McLeod for a 3. He misses. Ball tipped out of bounds by Houston with 30 seconds left. And Dallas trailing by only 6.
And had 3 good looks at the three-pointer.
Right. Woo. Robert Horry now will come in for Chucky Brown.
Boy, he's putting some serious minutes today.
Scotty Brooks fell down, and a tripping foul is called on Kenny Smith. Houston was up by 11 a few moments ago, and Scotty misses.
That was a big miss on Scotty's part.
Yep, that makes it a 5-point Houston lead. Now the Rockets must protect the basketball, right, Calvin?
What they've got to do, they've got to spread the floor. They want to get the ball in the hand now of your foul shooter.
Drexler to Horry, lazy pass, Kidd with a 3. He hit it.
Oh my goodness!
Jason Kidd with a steal and a 3. It's a 3-point game, and Drexler is fouled.
Oh my goodness!
A 3-point game. 2-point game, excuse me. So a new or an old career high. There's one free throw for Drexler.
Ice water in the veins.
Rockets lead by 3. Drexler has 28.
Here goes the big point now. Here goes the big point.
Yep. There it is. Clyde Drexler with 29 points. And Dallas calls a timeout. Rockets were up by 11 points with just under a minute to play, and Dallas has come back to make it close again. 141-137 Houston with 21-6 left. Scotty Brooks gets it in. Trying to find a place to shoot it. Good defense by Kenny Smith. 3-pointer from McLeod.
It was blocked. Robert Horry blocked that ball.
Off the leg of Popeye Jones. They're going to say no. One of the Rockets knocked it out.
Robert Horry blocked that shot.
Boy, where did he
come
from?
That was great defensive effort. Now, Robert Horry, let's get it. There it is. Yeah, he got the bottom of that ball because that ball was short.
Back to live action. Here's Mashburn on the miss. And it's tipped up and in by Popeye Jones with 8 seconds left. Rockets have to get it in. They get it into Robert Horry, and he's fouled. He's using that for his timeout. Now, he can't leave the line. McLeod walked away from the line after the ball was given to Horry. And Ori did not let that bother him. All right, now Robert's checking with Mario Elie about something. Here it is. Big free throw here, Robert. Get it. And you can let him walk it in.
Oh, he crossed the line too early.
Yep, he missed it. He knew it. He crossed the line, and it's a 3-point Houston lead with 7.3 left. So the Mavericks with a chance to tie it. Let's get back to live action now. Let's get back to live action. Jason Kidd will shoot up a 3. He got it!
Oh, my goodness.
Jason Kidd has tied the game.
With 2.5, it's the same as the regulation time, Bill.
Jason Kidd with his 8th three-pointer of the game and a new career high for Jason Kidd of 33 points. 2.5 seconds left for the Rockets to win it. To Drexler again. He's double teamed. Gets off a 3. Drexler. And it hits off the back of the iron. And we go to a second overtime. And I don't know if I want to be the team to get the lead.
No, that's a good point.
Mashburn picked up on the perimeter. Mashburn with a big game. He's got 35 points. Takes it in. Good defense by Chucky Brown. Well, I'll tell you, Chucky was just mauled from behind, and they're going to give the ball to Dallas.
I tell you, this overtime fatigue may set in a little bit. Whoever has the endurance may win this game, Bill, just from sheer stamina.
That's right. Mashburn taking it inside, misses, tipped up in the air, tipped away. Mario's got Popeye Jones on him now. Wants to take advantage of that. Takes it inside, lays it up, missed it. Lorenzo Williams gets the rebound.
All right, get back in transition now.
Jason Kidd will. Lays it up, force that shot up. Try to draw a foul.
Yeah, well, he got to the basket too easily. All right, Kenny, you got the shot. Oh, don't give it up now.
Mario Elie on the drive. Passes off Chucky Brown. Little hook shot won't go. Tipped up won't go. Both teams look a little tentative. Here's Kidd back the other way. Mashburn off the glass for 2. 37
Tentative is not the word. They're fatigued. Now, this became a racehorse type of a situation, and I think this is to Dallas's advantage.
Mario Elie trying to get a pick. Taking it inside on the drive. Lays it off the glass. Ripped. He missed it. All right, Jason Kidd back the other way. Goes right by Kenny Smith. Missed it. Drexler with the rebound. Drexler in the open court. Kenny Smith passes off to Mario again. Drexler on the drive. Back to Kenny for a 3. Yes!
Yes!
The Rockets with their 13th three-pointer of the game. Dallas has 15. Mario Elie goes for the steal, knocks it out of bounds. Foul trouble, there you see it. Rockets have 4 players with 5 fouls. Mashburn has 5 for Dallas. Good defense by Mario Elie. Mashburn misses the shot. Popeye Jones. Oh, they're going to say Houston knocked it out of bounds. All right, Popeye got a pretty good shot in on Chilcutt.
No, that was a real good shot. They gave him a 24-second clock. That's not right, is it?
I don't think so. Did they hit the iron? McLeod on the drive for 2. And it makes no difference now.
One way or the other.
146-145 Mavericks. Back out to Chilcutt. Jumper 2. And the Rockets go back up by 1. Pete Chilcutt with 22 points.
Boy, I tell you what, when they watch this film tomorrow, which is going to take them another day, because of the length of this game, they're going to see a lot of good movement offensively, Bill.
6 players with 20 or more points, and Mashburn has 39. You got 3 players with 30. Mavericks lead it by 1. Drexler to the basket, finger roll, missed it. Tipped up in the air, Popeye Jones with his 18th rebound of the game. Jason Kidd gives it right back to Mashburn again with a turnaround. He missed it. All over the back is Popeye Jones, and Houston knocks it out of bounds. He went right up over Chucky Brown and kept the ball alive, and Chucky's saying, give me some help here. Now watch Popeye Jones go
First of all, he pushes Chucky underneath the basket.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're not going to call anything. 148-147. Dallas leads by 1 with the ball, 1:38 left. They're going to look for Mashburn again. Nope, they're going out to McLeod. He's had the hot hand. He rims it out, and Williams runs it down. It's another offensive rebound. That's
if there's been one negative, it's been that.
27 offensive rebounds for Dallas. Mashburn puts it up for 2, and he goes down hard. Oh boy, I hope he's okay.
How many free throws did he miss?
Missed 7. It's 8 for 15.
You're looking at another potential 50-point game if he makes his free throws.
That's right. 42 points for Jamal Mashburn. Houston will call a timeout. 1:21 left to play, and Dallas leads by 4. 151 to 147. Drexler gives it back to Robert Horry.
They don't need a 3, Bill. They just need to score.
Robert Horry has Jason Kidd on him, puts up a shot, air ball. Knocked out of bounds.
They didn't need a quick shot. They didn't need a 3. They just needed to work the ball around offensively and get themselves a shot where they could have the opportunity to score.
Jason Kidd now will just try to protect that ball, draw a foul, get as many ticks out as he can, trailing by 4. 12 on the shot clock. Down to 10. 55-54 left in the game. Kidd on the drive, and it falls out. It was going in and came out. And a foul called on Kenny Smith. That's his 6th foul of the game, and Kenny has fouled out. What's his crossover move, huh?
Well, you know, you talk about the Hardaway crossover. That was not too bad itself because he got inside the defense.
Well, Kenny Smith with a super game tonight. 29 points and 6 assists for Kenny, including a couple of pressure 3-pointers to even get this game to overtime. And Kidd misses a free throw. Dallas is 28 of 42 from the line for only 66%.
Timeout, Houston.
And a timeout taken by Houston. Sam Cassell in the game. Back to Clyde Drexler. Clyde with a 3-pointer. No, it won't go down. And Popeye Jones with his 20th rebound. Gives him 4 games this season of 20 rebounds or more. Jason Kidd, boy, look at him dribble with that left hand. He's just as good with the left hand as he is with the right.
He's flawless.
Yeah.
He's flawless with that basketball.
And the foul on Sam Cassell. Well, the Rockets, are 2 miracles too much to expect? Sam Cassell fouls out of the game. So Tracy Murray will come in for Sam. 5-point lead for Dallas. Now the 6-point lead makes it at least a 2-possession game for a tie. If Kidd can get the rebound here, that makes it really a 3-possession game.
If he gets the foul shot.
If he gets the foul shot. And he does. Timeout taken by Rudy. The Rockets now are out of timeouts. Rockets need a miracle again. Have they used them all up? Robert Horry stepped out of bounds. Oh, Rudy, a little frustrated here as he comes down to argue that, and Jason Kidd will bring it up.
Well, you can't stand and allow them to dribble the ball. You've got to go up and make him do something.
I think everybody's got 5 fouls. Jason Kidd on the drive, and he slams it home, and that'll put the capper on it. A new career high. He just keeps adding to it. 38 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists for Jason Kidd. Tracy Murray misses. Popeye Jones with his 21st rebound of the game. And the Mavericks who should have won this game in regulation, the Rockets Rockets with a miracle comeback to send it into overtime, and then Dallas with a miracle comeback to tie it up and send it into a second overtime.